Now, children, in the last video, we have discussed about the advantages and disadvantages of using an array. So, over there, we have discussed that in case of array, if we are talking about the advantages, the code optimization and is uh, one of the advantage that we would like to use, right? And the other thing was the random access. So, according to the index number, we are able to access the array elements. And when we are talking about disadvantage, in case of disadvantage, the disadvantage of using array is that the size limit was it. So it was fixed, and sometimes in the programming we need variable size of a particular data structure, which is not possible with the arrays. Now, in this video, what we will be discussing, one of the program based on one-dimensional array or a single-dimensional array. In this program, what we have to do, we have to print the odd and even numbers from an array. So, in this program, what is given that array will be taken from the user, and that array or it will be declared by us, and what we will be doing that we will be checking whether the number is even and odd number. So what we have to do, we have to print it like this, where over one side or in one part we are having all the odd numbers on the first half of the output, and in the second half of the output you will be able to see the even number. So 262 is the even number which is declared in this particular array, that is A over here. Okay, now coming over to the explanation for this program. In this program, first we have imported the package over here, and then we have taken the class by the name even odd, and then we have used the main function over here. In the main function, you can see that after the main function, we have taken the array by the name A, and in that array we have declared the values as 1, 2, 5, 6, 3 and 2. So all these values we have taken over here. Okay. Now, first thing that we would like to find is the length of the array. So length of the array, count the number of elements, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. The length of the array is 6 over here. Now, according to the output, we have to write down the code. So first we need to show all the odd numbers over here, then we will discuss about the even numbers over here, right? So first we have taken a for loop, and before that for loop we have told the compiler to give this as print the first line, that is odd number. So odd number will be printed as it is after executing this statement, and in the next statement what we have did that we have taken a for loop. In that for loop we have started from I equal to 0, and it will go until I less than a dot length. Now if a dot length is 6 over here, so from 0 to 5 the condition will be true. On the 6th when the value of I is 6, the value will be false. Okay. In the very first case, the condition will be 0 less than 6. Yes, 0 less than 6, this condition is right. So inside that we will come inside this if loop. In this if condition, and in if condition it will be checked whether a of I, that means a of 0, that is 1 over here, 1 modulus 2 is not equal to 0 or not. So if this condition is true over here, so what will happen? In case of condition is true, you will be getting inside the body of the loop, and you are executing the statement by printing a of 0. So a of 0 is 1 over here, so 1 is printed over here. Now, after this if loop, the value of I is updated by 1, and now the value of I is equal to 1 over here after updating, right? So now again this condition will be checked for 1 less than 6, and over here this will be checked for 2 modulus 2. So this is equal to 0, this condition will be false. So nothing will happen in this case. Nothing will be printed. In the third case where the value of I is equal to 2, now 2 will be here, and the second value on the index is 0, 1 and 2, that is 5. And now it will be calculated for 5 modulus 2, and this condition will be true in this case. When this condition will be true in this case, this condition is true, so you will be executing this particular statement by printing the value of a index 2. index 2 is on 5 is on the index number 2, so 5 will be printed over here. Next, in the next value where I is equal to 3, in that case what will happen, this condition is true over here, 3 is less than true 6, but over here the value is 6 modulus 2, so it will be divisible. This condition will be false in this case, so nothing will happen. Next, when the value of I is equal to 4, for the value of I equal to 4, the value will be 3 over here, and 3 modulus 2 is not equal to 0, so this condition will be true in this case. So when this condition will be true in this case, the value will be printed over here. So as you can see, in case of odd numbers printed, what we have done, we have simply traversed the elements and we have checked for condition whether it is not equal to 0 or not. So if it is not equal to 0, that will be an odd number. Now coming over to the even number cases. So for even number, we have first written the statement, and this statement will be executed first. After this statement is executed, the next thing we are doing that we are going through the for loop where I equal to 0 and a dot length is 6 over here. Again 0 less than 6 condition will be checked over here. Condition will be true. Inside this you will come in if for loop, if condition, and in if condition you will see that the first modulus 1 modulus 2 is double equal to 0. This condition is false over here. Nothing will be executed. Second time when the for loop will run having I is equal to 1. Now in this case 2 modulus 2 will be equal to 0. The condition will be true in this case. So what will happen? 2 will be printed over here in in this case. In the similar way that we have ran the code in the odd numbers, in the similar way we will be doing it in the even numbers also. But the thing is that the condition over here is that it is not equal to 0, but in case of even it will be equal to 0. Okay, so in this video we have discussed this program, and now you will be able to understand the concept very well of the single dimensional array and how they can be used to solve any particular problem. Like in this case, we have just printed the odd and even numbers differently using the array. So that's it in this video.